Welcome to Manufacturing Tech Australia with Shane Williams and Paul Mason.
Here with Shane from Athena AI. Shane, welcome to Manufacturing Tech Australia.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the show.
No worries.
So maybe you can tell us a little bit about your journey, who you are and what do you guys do?
So my name's Shane, I'm an engineering lead here at Athena AI, and what we try to do here is AI military decision support. So what that essentially means is we have AI tools and there's a lot of AI information that comes in. We're trying to bring that down to an operator level so they're not so overwhelmed and reduce that cognitive burden on them, right? So what we have is we have a computer vision inference pipeline. So that's doing things like object detection and recognition. So say if you're looking at a scene and you've got hundreds of objects, maybe you're looking at a crowd of 100 objects, right? And you want to find someone that is maybe armed, for example. So doing things like that, trying to have that operator not have to look at all those people themselves. So trying to extract those information from those things.
Oh, cool. So vision systems using machine learning for identification.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. And so hardware, software based, both? How does it all work?
Absolutely mainly software. We do have a hardware unit for those customers who don't have their own AI compute capabilities. But yeah, definitely a software company.
Awesome. And so I'm an operator, I've got a space or an area I've got to look after. But what does that look like before your product?
So before, say, imagine you've got an area that you want to look after, maybe you have a drone flying over and looking at it.
Yeah.
So you have an operator, or maybe two in that case, one flying, one looking at the feed, and then trying to identify what you can see in there. Maybe then you have to talk with your operator over and over again, trying to maybe hone in on things that you might think are important, but then maybe you're missing other things at the same time, right? So I guess what we can do for that sort of use case is that if an operator is playing, having a look at their screen, if that thing detects something that's important, maybe, okay, in this case there's a car park full of vehicles, and one of those is a military type vehicles. You detect that, and then you can tell your operator, hey, I've seen in this large group of things, there's someone I want to go pinpoint. Can you go look at that and we'll get more information from it?
Right, so the idea is then it's kind of your co-pilot to figuring out what you should be looking at.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. And so how long have you guys been kicking along?
We've been going at it for about 5 years now.
Yeah, right.
I've been at the company for 3, so.
Yeah. What's the most exciting day in the job?
Honestly, for me, these days, look, I started as a simulation engineer, so what I used to do was, trying to make those environments to test our products and do data generation for our AI models. But now as an engineering lead, for me, it's my exciting days with my people, right?
Yeah.
So when my people do really cool things or really proud of what they do, that makes me really happy.
Yeah. And what's the biggest innovation you've put together, you reckon, in the last couple of years?
Well, there's so many innovations, right? Because that's the space we're in. I'm going to say one we've done recently. So we've got our new VTS, battle tracking service, and that's got some really cool technology in it where we can do re-identification of images. So imagine now, we've talked about that one drone feed, now imagine you've got 3, right? And instead of having those 3 detecting one object and now that one object becoming 3 entities on your map, so again, trying to reduce the overload from the operator, we're identifying them as one object together. So that's doing visual re-identification techniques. So that's looking at all those crops together, combining them, and seeing how similar they are, and then confirming that as well as using geolocation and other mathematical models to ensure, hey, that is that one object that we're looking at. So again, reducing that load.
Cool. And where have you deployed the product so far?
Bunch of places, right? We're working with Australian Defence and DSCG. We've got US DoD and customers like that. We're doing some tight integrations with stuff like Teal and the new Teal 3 that's coming out, as well as we're in the Tomahawk ecosystem as well.
Awesome. And what's next for Athena?
Well, we've just been acquired by a company called Siteline Applications. So they're a US-based company who does more classical computer vision type of stuff. So they make these cool little chips.
Yeah.
Now, what that means for us, right, is our computer vision software, we can run it on these chips instead of these big ones.
Yeah, right.
And these are really cool because these go on the gimbal. So we're getting really close to that glass and having that really low end-to-end latency.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Mate, it's been awesome having you on the show.
Awesome, no worries.
Thanks for your time. Good to meet you.
Thanks for the chat. Appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in to Manufacturing Tech Australia with Shane and Paul, recorded on the traditional lands of the Bunurong and Wurundjeri people. For more information, jump on the Manufacturing TechAU website. Remember to hit the follow button to join us again next time as we continue to explore the intersection of manufacturing and technology.